Hello, 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 devoted moms out there. Welcome to our Devoted Moms show, November 7th, 2013. So good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet. This is Tasha White with Devoted Moms. Hey, Regina.
Hey, Tasha. Oh, I have to mute it. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Hi, Devoted Moms. So glad to be in the house again on a Thursday. How are you? How was your week?
Yes, ma'am. You know, good. I have some really good news I don't think I've even shared with you offline yet.
I don't like when you do that.
Oh, sorry. I won't do that anymore.
Okay,
but we got the email, and our Family Feud show date is November 15th.
Oh my gosh! Yes! Oh my goodness, that is exciting! Oh yeah! Oh my
Yay!
gosh! So we're lucky to be joined today by our beauty expert and relationship expert, Miss Kimberly. Hi Kim, how are you, sweetie?
Hi, beautiful ladies. I'm doing good. What's up, girls?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited.
I know. Me too.
So Kim, I don't know if you know that Tasha...
Set your DVRs, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that would be people with cable. Okay, so Kim, I don't know. Kim, I don't know if you know, but Tasha and her family were on Family Feud with Steve Harvey.
Wow, I did not know.
Yes, wow. And
yep.
so they're going to be on. Their show is going to show in November. We thought it was going to be like May or something.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So we got the email, and apparently they said they don't necessarily do it in order. So if we had done it in the order of the season, then we were actually toward the end of the season, like in May, because we were like the last, like the fifth to last show or something like that. But apparently they just thought we were so awesome that they had to put us on in the beginning of the season.
I bet.
I totally concur. That was that's great news. All right, so since I saw you last, we've had a few things going on. Baby girl Indira turned the big 8. Now, as of Monday, which was as of Tuesday, which was the 5th of the month, she had 4 celebrations, Tasha.
Okay.
And we're probably not finished.
Not done. So she celebrates the whole week. Okay. I'm not mad at her.
Month, baby. The whole month. Yeah. And so it's funny because, I have this whole, we don't do birthday parties. We do celebrations. And it's like the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. And I'm totally responsible for a lot of it. I really am. I mean, we did segments on her birthday of her birthday celebration. Any reason to celebrate. So her quote for the day for her birthday was, someone asked her, how did it feel to be 8? And so she says, I'm a little old. I'm like, what?
Okay.
And the other quote of the day is, the spotlight is on me. Please stop taking the spotlight off of me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my girl. I love it.
So whenever we were talking about somebody else's birthday, she's like, excuse me, it's my day.
Oh, wow.
But one of the things that we do traditionally is we have the birthday bear, which I've brought on before, that we do with the Hardy guys. And so we went and she wanted to go to this barbecue place that we had been to before, where they serve this thing called the kitchen sink. So it has...
Oh, yeah.
It has ribs and chicken and beef, and I mean it's just like, and it's served on this big huge 2 trays. And it's ridiculous. It's enough to feed. There were 5 of us, and we brought home each 2 full containers of to go after we had all eaten. So it's really probably for maybe about 8 people. And so, dear sweet Carlos, in the tradition, he, brought a present for her to open, and he had wrapped very tightly. The man must have used a whole roll of Scotch tape. A few little items that were very clear that he knows Indira. So the first thing she opened is a box of Band-Aids, 100 Band-Aids. And anyone who knows Indira knows that between an ice pack and a Band-Aid, the girl can probably cure cancer. I'm serious. So I have a picture of her looking at it like, what? And then like, yes, thank you. He got her a water bottle, a big huge eraser, and then the piece of resistance was a set of 10 different fingernail polish, 10 different colors.
Wow.
Yes, 10.
Nice.
Now, mind you, my girls like to do like 1 color each, like for their toes. And do you know, like taking it, open it up, doing that one, open it up, doing that one. I'm like, this is gonna stay at your house.
Yeah.
But she's very much a girly girl. And then I completely mined out and forgot like something to put a candle on. And he bought this delicious covered chocolate / vanilla cake that was so delicious. It was just enough for all of us. It was like a eclair, but it was like 3 times the size of an eclair.
Wow.
Okay. Kind of in that shape. And so, it's so great to have, to be doing life with a partner that gets it. Because I had completely forgotten. I was just hoping the barbecue joint had some kind of cake in the back. I forgot. I completely blew that. And so because the barbecue joint is also a pub. I mean, if we would have wanted like some extra beer or something, that would have worked. But it's part of doing life, having a life partner, and us having these traditions for our family, our self-defined family, that the kids rely on. They look forward to, but now they're starting to act like they're a little bit embarrassed about the birthday bear, which makes it even more fun, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
So it was a good weekend. I got a chance to see the new Good Birds or Save the Birds. I fell asleep halfway through it. With my favorite other half, Antonio. He called and requested for me to come to the movies with he and his dad. And I sometimes don't know if I'm dating him or if I'm dating his father, but, sometimes he's actually a lot more fun. I mean, really. So, but I did go back to, I don't know if you've ever heard of this before, Kim, but I went back to what is called a Korean spa. And it's this big, huge place where there's 2 places, there's 2 areas, one for men, one for women, and it's completely nude. And they have this thing called a bathe pool, where in the pool there are these different water stimuli. My favorite one is the seated one, and it just floats, you just kind of hover over its pipe. I can stay there for a while. But the last time I went with Carlos, and to do it with your partner is kind of fun, but I went with a girlfriend. A girlfriend who is very modest and kind of funny about her body. Like Tasha, California folks, they wouldn't think anything of just straight taking the clothes off.
Right.
You know how. Yeah. Yeah. So
no shame.
So the thing was, is my girlfriend wanted to go to this place because, one, she's really trying to stretch herself, and she said, I was describing it to her, and I was like, once you get past kind of the shock of it, it makes you just appreciate your body. Like, there were plenty of dimples, there was lots of cellulite, but there was also very thin. There's lots of hair, no hair. I mean, it was just like body. Right. And it just became so liberating. So it really does just take you to a different level. Like I heard from a girl that's been working out, and she's like, I finally took my clothes off and I didn't mind. And I was like, I don't think I mind. And so this place is really good, and you can take your kids. I mean, it's not like it's a freak joint. Don't get me wrong now. I mean, and if we have folks, devoted moms that are, are familiar with this sort of thing, apparently it's supposed to be one of the largest ones in the world. So it's really huge. And then afterwards, you put this little outfit on that they give everybody, and the males and the females can come in this common space. And you can have dinner, which was delicious if you're a Korean cuisine kind of person. Right. But shout out, they also had chicken wings. So, hey, if you're not, it's okay too.
Korean places always have chicken wings, girl.
Girl, chicken wings and pork chops. Except they call it pork.
Sometimes ribs, too. They sometimes have ribs. They know how to do it. Yeah.
And then in this big common space, people are like sleeping on the floor. There's these mats where you can rest your body. And then the perimeter of the room are these polis rooms. And each room is designed with a different mineral for medicinal purposes. So like there's the salt rooms, there's the red clay room. And these rooms start, I think the hottest temperature is 165 degrees. The lowest is they have a cold room, and it's like 32 or something. So you really, like, your body goes through all of these different temperature kind of things, and it's just rejuvenating. It is. I mean, and if we think about our Asian brothers and sisters, they live a long time. Yeah. And they're quite, and there was quite a diversity in age there. But everybody was very calm. It was very quiet. It wasn't like, shh, don't say anything. Right. But it was a peaceful existence. And you go in the polis rooms and stay for like, really 5 to 10 minutes is really as long as I could stand it. But some people fell asleep.
In the cold
rooms? Oh my God, are they dead? I wanted to know. So I got my energy back on, and then today, Tasha, I hadn't told you, but I started going back to the gym. I'm trying to ease my way in it. Awesome. And today I went and did my yoga class. So it's probably why I'm like chatty Eddie right now. Right, girl. So tell me what happened in your. Okay, so that's what I had to do because I missed homecoming, which according to Facebook, everybody else was there, except for Kim. They were. Except for Kim. I was in pictures looking for myself. Like maybe I was there. Oh my gosh. So you want to tell devoted moms a little bit about what homecoming means? Because I think it's a cultural thing. I think that there's some nuances to our experience. So what is it, Tasha? You're the only one that went this year.
Oh. I thought you said Kim.
Come on, Tasha.
Well, for us, homecoming really... It's multifaceted because it's definitely for us a family event. One, because Kenny and I both went, and that's kind of nice because I've noticed that when you sometimes have couples that go to each other's homecoming and one side doesn't know anybody and is not familiar with the band or the songs or all of that, then they kind of feel maybe a little out of place. And so it's nice that that Kenny and I both went. and then of course we met there. So that always is going to hold a special place for us. And it also, homecoming is usually always the weekend of or the weekend after our anniversary. Mm-hmm. So it really kind of finishes off, a celebration. In fact, when we got married, homecoming was that next weekend, and that's how we basically ended our honeymoon before we went back to work, was going to homecoming. So it means a lot for us. And then also his parents met there and went there. And mm-hmm. so they are huge Tuskegee fans. They travel in their RV to games, and they have their RV there at homecoming. So it definitely has turned from a kind of party weekend to a very family, tradition. So right. we had a ball. And like you said, Regina, this year everybody was there. Last year nobody was there. We were like, where is everybody? This year everybody's there. So
I think because the classics not happening, really people came.
Yeah.
It's just Thanksgiving isn't happening.
You're right.
Yeah. Wow. Well, even what I did notice, it was interesting because a lot of my, I grew up walking distance from the campus. So we always heard the band practicing, mm-hmm. and we used to sneak into the game. We were kids, but it was a way that exposed us to college as it being very normal. And mm-hmm. even as I was looking at pictures on Facebook, lots of the folks I grew up with, like Kim, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
May not have gone to Tuskegee, but they all had on Tuskegee garb.
Absolutely.
They really did.
Right.
They had on Tuskegee garb, and so it's very interesting. And you know what? I do want to pause just for a second just to thank Sylvia Global for, Gail Sylvia, to thank her for letting us check in with Devoted Moms and have Kim on the show and just catch up with each other and support other devoted moms. It's our time of the week that we know we get to spend together, and we couldn't do it if Gail Sylvia didn't have the platform for us, and we didn't have wonderful Carl making it happen. So I just want to make sure that we give a big shout out to our foundation. But thank you.
Definitely.
So Tasha, did you do anything different and exciting at homecoming this year that you haven't done before?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, it's his parents are there with the RV, and now instead of kind of hanging out on the yard with everybody else, which I still do, but I just spend a lot of time over at the RV, and they set up a big tent, and everybody brings food, and and I hang out there a lot more, and that's a lot of fun to do after kind of walking the yard. But it's kind of fun to see my kids kind of going off with other adults and wanting to walk the yard too, and wanting to explore. One thing I will say is, my daughter doesn't quite look 13. Mm-hmm. So she had little college boys looking at her and stuff like that, and my mom-in-law did more than I did. And she was like, hey, she's only 13. She was telling all the guys that were looking at her. So that was a different experience, and definitely something I'll have to keep my eye on. And devoted moms out there who have children that look older than they are, you know what I'm going through. So just pray for us, sister.
But it goes into, again, your support system of her grandmother picking up on those cues. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of eyeing and noticing what's cute going on, but we've got to be mindful about the age appropriate. And that sometimes can be hard. I can remember being in high school, and not saying I was on campus, but not saying I wasn't.
Exactly.
Do I see something in your face that says, you know what I'm talking about? Did you experience that?
Yes. Regina, if you ever think about doing a career choice, you need to be a comedian. You can be a great comedian.
If this social work thing doesn't work out, I'll consider it.
Oh, wow. Oh.
So, Kim, how are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I am so enjoying listening to you ladies. You guys are so funny. I'm doing great. Doing great.
Well, thank you.
Good, good. So, how's the blogging coming along, Kim? Kim is our devoted mom's blog connection. What's going on with the blog world?
Well, I enjoy it. It gives me a chance to do what I love, which is write, and to write about things that I like, or even dislike for that matter. But the coolest thing about it for me is, connecting with people. And I get to connect with a lot of people who are not like myself. So I find that very interesting because I love to learn. And so when there are different people from different cultures or have different experiences, I get to write about it. So I enjoy it. It's a blast. Yeah.
Kim, if somebody wanted to subscribe to your blog or be a part of your blog, how would they do that?
Well, they would go to my blog. It's entitled Inspirational Corner with IB.blogspot.com. And it's very simple. There's a subscribe button there to the right of the blog. I think I have about 4 or 5, so you won't miss them. And you can, I know, right? You can just click on, and it's as simple as clicking the subscribe button. And I think it asks for your email. And that's pretty much it. And then once you do that, you don't have to visit the blog. You can just go to your email, and there I am.
No.
But it's pretty easy. You can do it with email, or you can do it with...
So tell us... Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty easy.
So tell us what has been a hot topic or hot button issue on your blog lately.
Oh my goodness. Well, I talk about several things. The 3 biggest things I talk about is, inspiring people, obviously, but I talk about relationships or how to better communicate, with your significant other or spouse or whatever. And I talk about beauty as well. But lately, the men and the women have been talking about relationships, and it's been very interesting. You know what I found out, ladies? I found out that men want relationships just as much as women do.
I saw your posting on that. I agree. I've experienced that.
Yeah, they really do. It's a myth with women that men just want to go from woman to woman and do what they want. I mean, there are some men out there like that, of course, but men want relationships just as bad. And they want to find a woman who accepts them for them. From what they're telling me.
Well, it seems like I know from when I looked at your blog, I think you're getting a lot more guys opening up to you, like you're almost like a conduit.
Yes.
Like they can't say it, but you will say it. Like women get over yourselves.
Right. Right.
Heal first before you think someone's going to be able to heal you. And I think that's really helpful. I think that's a huge plus for folks who really do want to be in relationships, and it just keeps on, evading them or whatever.
Right. I find it interesting that I have kind of found myself in that position. I really didn't start off that way. I was just somebody who wanted to write and blog and stuff. But as time went on, I kind of found myself as a conduit, like you said. And the men, they do want to talk. They do want to say things, but they kind of still want to hang out in the shadows. But what I do notice is that some will come out. And as you can see, they'll give their opinion. But, of course, a lot of them still are behind the scenes. And they just feel validated because it's a woman stating their feelings. They're finding like, wow, a woman is on our side. Well, what I explained to them, I'm on the side of humanity, really. And I just really, and that sounds kind of corny, but really.
I know, it makes me want to hug a tree, like it does.
I do that 3 times a week. But really, I'm a woman, so I can relate because I am a woman. I can't speak for all women, but I am female. And then I'm not a man basher. So I'm just kind of there in between trying to speak to both. And I've had men come to me and say, wow, I didn't hear my woman until I heard you say it. She's been telling me these things she's needed for years, but when I hear you say it, it makes sense. So the women are kind of listening up to what you guys need as well and want.
Right. Yeah. That's important. So we are going to wrap up in a few minutes. So it's been great visiting. At the end of each of our shows, we like to do a God story or a God moment. And so, Tasha, I don't know if you have one in mind or who wants to start with their God moment.
I have to think about one.
Tasha, do you have one on the fly?
Really, my God story is kind of what I opened up with at the beginning, and just excited about our Family Feud show getting ready to air, and it was just such a fun experience and something that I don't think we'll never forget, and so I'm so blessed to have my extended family and my husband, and then to just add to a memory, add a memory to our life and add something that's a little different, that we weren't too scared to do or didn't run away from doing. And so I think that's my God moment. I think I'm really excited about the world to kind of see a little bit of our craziness in our family and how much fun we had together. But it's like I said, it's a memory that we created for our children and for us forever, and I'm really looking forward to actually seeing it on TV. Yay!
I know.
It'll be fun.
All right. Well, and you know what? The other thing, Tasha, is I think I told you, my mom was on The Price is Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. I remember.
And for those who are familiar with Price is Right, you have to dress up in a costume. And she was a pack of more cigarettes. And so when the channel came out, the what do they call those? The talk show, not talk show. The it was some channel that started playing all of those old game shows, the TV game shows.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, they'll show that episode, and someone will call and say, "Hey, I just saw your mom," and that was back in the '70s. So just fast forward, like 40 years from now, whatever you did on Family Feud, your grandchildren might be watching it.
I didn't think about that.
Uh-oh.
I shouldn't have answered that one question that way.
That's okay. That'd be like, my grandmother was cool. What happened?
Right.
So, Kim, have you thought of a God's moment that you want to share with a devoted mom?
Well, I just think for me, I'm just excited about the possibilities of where life is taking me. For once, I decided not to be so regimented, and I decided to allow God and all His wisdom to kind of take control. And it's a little scary, a little nervous, even though most people think I just have it together because I smile a lot. But, I'm excited, though, when it's all said and done. So you never know where you might see me. Never know.
I know.
Yeah.
Because you're even doing some video. I mean, you're videoing on your blogs too now, right?
Yeah, I'm starting that. It's a little new for me. You have to start from the bottom and go to the top. But yeah, I look at other people's videos and I'm like, wow, they look awesome. And here I am, my camera's shaking. But it's fun. I don't take myself too seriously. People get in touch with me and, Kim, you should do this or do that. And, hey, you're okay, that's fine. But I don't take myself too seriously. So a God moment for me is just being accepting to what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. So my quick God moment in wrapping up, I think it's probably that fall is finally here, and I'm excited about seeing the change of weather. And I'm also starting to just really be appreciative of like the friends or the folks that are in my circle that sometimes I take for granted that they're just always going to be there. I am ecstatic that my cousin, who is one of my best friends, started a new job last week. And I just watched his faith develop and be challenged for 2 years because he was, at the top of the hierarchy in corporate America, and then all of a sudden it was just like nothing.
Right.
And he was doing interviews and taking classes, and he was really discovering himself. He was also much more available for his daughters. They got to have him in a way that just, they'll never get him like that again. And I think they understand it, and so I'm so inspired by, even now he's trying to get used to getting back in, and he's being very honest about being a little bit afraid, and he's going to be living in Denver, and that's a lot different than Indiana, and he's going to have to attend to his children differently, and but through it all, he was having dinner by himself. A guy came and asked could he join him, which I thought was kind of weird. And the guy started speaking to his spirit. And what Rick texted me was, God just showed up.
Oh, that's awesome.
And doesn't that give you just like,
yeah.
And this was a guy who had to relocate so that he could work to take care of his children, and he knew exactly how to say, what to say, to let Rick know that he's doing the right thing. And so I think that, when we let people show up in our lives and give us the gifts, and then we identify it as it being God, how much better does it get? So I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, just seeing his faith flourish and know what that's going to mean for the people he's now supervising. The folks, I get to go to Denver now and hang out.
Don't ski.
I know. I might ski. Black people do ski, right?
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
So my God moment is actually in proxy through him. It's just been an incredible journey, and I know it's getting better because he's giving God the glory.
Right.
So, so devoted moms, look for those glimpses, the glimpse that will show up, and it gets brighter if you pay attention to it. I want to thank Kim for being with us. And Kim, can you just one more time really quickly give us how people would sign up for your blog? Talk a little slower, sweetie.
Okay. Sure. Well, you're welcome to go on my blog, which is entitled Inspirational Corner with IB.blogspot.com.
Okay.
And once you enter the site, you're going to see several subscribe buttons to your right. They're big, so you're not going to miss them.
Okay.
But it's as simple as just clicking on one of those, and it's going to ask you to put in your email, or if you are a part of Google Hangout, you can join by Google Hangout, which a lot of people do.
Awesome.
So, if you guys have not subscribed to it, go ahead and do it. It's a lot of fun. I get a chance to talk to, people about all kind of things. And I think you ladies would enjoy the conversation. It's pretty neat.
I watch it, girl. I get some tips. You see my eyeshadow today?
You're looking good. And I'm loving, of course, your lipstick. What color is that again?
True Chocolate.
True Chocolate. And who is that by?
By Revlon. It is color last. I don't have to put it on but once a day, and it just kind of meshes with whatever I have on.
Well, I will tell you, and for devoted moms, Regina, in case you see her or don't see her, she is right on trend. She's right on trend with that color. which she loves.
I've been wearing this color for like 8 years. Thank you.
But you know what? You are on trend.
I am on trend. I'm gonna tell Indira that.
You are on trend, girl.
I am on trend. So,
and normally I would have on a darker lip right now, but I have on pink. But you can do that. You can really do what you want.
Good. Tasha, you want to take us out?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Devoted Moms, for joining us. As always, we are so grateful and humble that you check in with us every week. And we look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. Thank you so much for joining us, Kim. She will be on with us again. She's one of our regulars. And I will see you, Regina, on the other side.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Kim.